latest episode broadcasting live from fabulous Las Vegas. Man, what a month this has been for Xandeum. Where is Xandeum? Here. It's been a great, great month. We've checked off so many other milestones. We've made great strides and are many steps closer to making real Web3 a reality. For those of you who don't know Xandeum, we are building an L1, one of the fastest L1s, because we're building on Solana technology. And we are adding a storage layer, a scalable blockchain-based storage layer to the L1 blockchain so that we can develop and, devs can develop and future startups can develop real Web3 apps just the same way they can develop Web2 apps, but all on the blockchain. Isn't that cool? We think it is, and so think so many people. So let me thank my community again. I repeat it over and over again. We here at Xandeum, we really have the best community in the world. Join our Discord if you go to xandeum.com and click that little Discord icon in the top right of that website. You can join our vibrant community there. We're also out there on Twitter/X and have an email list with email updates. And of course, we have the Blockchain Bernie YouTube channel that you're watching right now. So thanks so much. What has happened in the past month? I'll give you live updates on the progress of our Xandeum project each and every month. And also, in addition to that, I have live AMAs at least once a month. So you can ask me anything in these ones. So this one's just a status update. So, man, where do I start? So we are building up our team. First of all, we have finished our Node Store 3.0. So that was being used in the launch, and the launch again was a success. Everything worked fine. There were a few glitches, as always with complex software, but it was nothing serious. It was nothing like, it was all off or stuff like that. There were a few display errors in the GUI, and we're fixing these, but otherwise it has all worked great. And we've introduced that new pricing model that you all know about, and we still sold some nodes and raised about $300,000. And I take the raise just before the launch. I put that back in that number. And that was great. And now we're transitioning from selling these nodes because, at some point we need to transition to selling the tokens. And that's great for if you already have a Xandeum node, you'd love that. If you're on the sidelines, want to get a Xandeum node, there is still the 42% discount, not discount, now I'm saying discount myself, 42% rebate is still up for grabs. So whoever buys nodes now, and the current price is at $5,500 per node, but even before the chain goes live, you get over 50 Xan per day in rewards, and we will be listing these Xan tokens later. And as for the time being, as we've not listed it, you can still earn your rewards because we know you are part of the community. You go to the Discord and you go to the DAO and all these things and contribute there. So we just want to give back to the community. And you get those 50 point something Xand each and every day. It is a great, great opportunity months and months before the ICO to still grab your nodes. So that's just how it is. And, for position 50% rebate, 49% rebate, 47% rebate. Those are all gone, right? So we're at 42% now. So whoever grabs the next node, right? And I want to repeat, it is uncapped, right? So if you have a lot of money lying around and you want to buy 1,000 nodes, right? You will still get 42% back, right? And you will get the nodes at a price that will never come back again because remember, every 7 nodes sold, the price will go up by $500. So we have built that Node Store 3.0. We are ramping up our team. We have created an initial version of the project plan, that the master plan that leads to the development of the whole chain. We are being covered in great news outlets, right? So all the crypto news outlets obviously are online, right? There's let me know if I missed out on something, but there are no crypto or blockchain news outlets that are on print, right? It's all online, but we are covered by all the big names, including Decrypt. I love Decrypt, by the way. Thanks for covering us if someone from Decrypt is watching. And CoinMarketCap and Cointelegraph and, all these different publications. Some Vietnamese news corporation translated it into Vietnamese. I sent it to my neighbors in Chula Vista, where I used to live, my Vietnamese neighbors, so they were impressed. And a lot of German coverage also. And yeah, so we're covered everywhere in the news now, and we are ramping up our team. So right now, I'm personally reviewing all these applications that we got for the marketing director, the head of marketing and communications. Great applications have been coming in. It's a big job and effort to, review all these and hire the right person. And then we're also getting a lot of applications for the development position. So if you're interested in any of these, see our careers page on the Xandeum website, and submit your application. I will be traveling to Utah, by the way, personally, next week to talk to some people from our community, and maybe they can help as well. So that will be awesome. And we're meeting up here with our community members all the time. And we had a meeting with B Crypto, aka Chad, here in Vegas 2 weeks ago or so. It was really an awesome meeting. And yeah, we're engaging with our community also from our end. And after these two positions are filled, the marketing manager and 2 developers that we're looking for, we will also watch out for someone for quality assurance and software testing. We might need like a project or program manager. We already have someone in mind there. And we also need release engineering sooner or later, but that might be a few months out, right? With all our time plan and the roadmap, things might change. So I'll have to tell you that, right? Everything changes, and we're also dependent on market conditions, right? So it might be better to do the ICO early next year rather than late this year, but that's all in flux, and we will keep you updated on everything. Yeah. Man, so many things have been going on. It was another month with lots and lots of events and lots of progress going on. So I'm so excited for everything. And yeah, we are building everything for the ICO. So we're talking to all the lawyers about it. We have created all our corporate structures for that. So there is a Xandeum Foundation now, which is awesome. And we need that. And there's some other corporations for issuing the tokens and all these type of things. So we have set it all up. There will be a few changes according to the legal team. So watch out for updates there. And yeah, things are moving fast. And yeah, super excited again. And we're building the future of blockchain. Never forget that. And we're building something that the world really needs and that society really needs. Because what's the whole idea of blockchain? It's being independent of centralized organizations, right? It's being about, people having their own control over their own destiny, right? And that's why Bitcoin was invented back in the day, right? It was only decentralized money. Now with Ethereum, we have decentralized code, but in order to write real apps, we don't need only code, we also need the data. Scalable, right? And again, I'll repeat it over and over. If you're on Ethereum, on Solana, on any of these smart contract platforms, you can store a kilobyte there. Maybe you can store a megabyte if you have a lot of money to do that. But if you want to even store a gigabyte, and which is nothing, right? Or we want to store terabytes and terabytes and exabytes and petabytes of data, right? It's going to cost millions or billions to do that on these chains because they don't have a scalable storage layer, right? And in order to write these apps that really challenge the status quo of our Web2 apps, we need that scalable storage layer that is an attachment, an appendix to the smart contracts, because we want to access that storage layer in our smart contracts as easily as possible. So that's what we're building. And I think, humanity needs that, society needs that, because we want to make that experiment. Can we move from this centralized model, right, where all these centralized organizations have all that control? Can we move to a decentralized model, right? And we can talk about that a lot, but unless we have that scalable storage layer, we just cannot implement it. And we're building that missing part of the infrastructure, right? And let me give you an example that came up when we met with Chad, that community member here in Vegas. I think we discussed that. So when I studied computer science at university back in the day in Germany, right, I was super interested in AI, artificial intelligence. And back in the day, it was all about expert systems and the Prolog programming language and all these things. But we were getting nowhere, right? It was so exciting for everyone to do something in AI, but it was just not possible with the technology that we had back in the day. So I got bored of AI. In the end, my specialty in my study was compiler construction and automatic generation of code generators. So that was very cool stuff, very close to AI actually. And I loved that. So I lost track of AI for a few years until, artificial neural networks, ANNs, were invented. And that changed everything, because that was the missing piece of underlying technology that made it possible to create AI and AI apps and things like that, right? It wouldn't have been possible without artificial neural networks. And they weren't there when I was at university in the 80s, right? So they came up in the 2000s, late 2000s. That was the origins when ANNs became mainstream, right? And I feel it's the same with Web3, right? There was a big hype in the beginning. Everyone loves it. We want to make the world decentralized. But so far, we're getting nowhere because the missing piece of underlying technology is just not there. So nobody can create real Web3 apps. Nobody can build these Web2 apps that we all have out there on the blockchain, just because there's no scalable storage layer out there. And I feel that's the missing piece of basic infrastructure that's missing to make Web3 a real reality. And we are building that with Xandeum, and I love it so much. And I love my community so much. So you guys really are the best. And we have a great Discord. We have so many subscribers to this channel, and also our Twitter account, which is really new because we created it with the rebranding from Bitoku, our former brand name, to Xandeum. And it already has a few thousand followers, and it's growing and growing. So I'm super thankful for all of that. And yeah, we are building all, and I'm super thankful also to be starting our Devnet, right? So the Devnet will be a cluster of computers that runs our Validator software, and we will start with just a one-to-one copy of the Solana Validator. It's just a little bit rebranded, and it has some code in there that makes it, the Xandeum validator. But we will be adding functionality and the storage layer and the code to handle the storage provider nodes, right, which are separate from the validator nodes. We will add that step by step. And in order for us to build that, we need that Devnet cluster that's not only operated by our nodes, but also by your nodes to make it possible to develop it step by step. And you can I mean, you can be part of it. You can run it on your computer. All you need is a node license. If you don't have a node license yet, get yours at Xandeum.com. It's still a 42% rebate available. And the next one after that still gets a 41% rebate, right? So, and the number 47, I believe, the one that got 47% rebate, whoever that was, that person got their rebate, right? So they put in like $140,000, if I remember correctly, and they got 70,000 or 60 something back within a matter of minutes from us. And, you can do the same, whether it's that large amount that I just mentioned, whether it's an amount 10 times larger, or whether it's a small amount for just one node, 5,500, and you will get like 2,000 something. You'll do the math, 42%, you will get back right into your wallet within minutes after you bought that node. And it's going to be a super exciting journey because you can be on board from the very, very early days. And, with all the progress that we make in development, you can run it on your own computer. You can validate all these transactions on the chain as it is being developed. All right. Man, that was my monthly update for the month of August. It was super exciting. Next month, it's going to be super exciting also because we will continue our hiring. We will start our incentivized Devnet. And for those of you, what are the incentives precisely? We will publish that early next week, right? So incentivized Devnet, hiring, ramping up on the team, and all these type of things. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be the opposite of boring. And I thank you all for being part of this. All right. So what can you do? I mean, I'm asking you for a small favor. Just hit that like button here. It really helps me out a lot. It might sound silly, but it really makes a big, big difference to me because it actually helps getting the word about Xandeum and about Blockchain Bernie out to other people. Also hit subscribe and hit the bell notification, and that would help me out a lot. And if you also join our Discord, if you haven't done so already, that would also be awesome. It's easy to do. Just go to Xandeum.com, go to the top right corner, and there's that little Discord icon there. All righty. Thanks for watching so much, and talk to you guys later. Bye.